Welcome, my name is Kelly Anderson and this is Fanimated, the animation fan podcast where we get a chance to geek out about our favorite animated media. I originally had a different topic planned, recorded, and edited for today's podcast episode. However, due to the current protests surrounding George Floyd's murder, the large listener base Fanimated has in the Twin Cities area, and the concern I and my other co-hosts have as we experience the hurt and loss of our Minneapolis neighbors, I have decided to postpone that discussion for another time. Instead, I'm doing a solo dive into the animated short Hair Love, a compelling and powerful story of an African-American family, as well as a project that came to life with the help of Twin Cities animators. But before we dive in, I want to support some women of color and direct you to a couple other amazing animation podcasts that you might be interested in. The Anime Tea and Getting Animated are both fun and interesting podcasts about anime and animation hosted by amazing women who have the same passions that we have here on Fanimated. I highly recommend giving their shows a listen and supporting Black voices. Speaking of Black voices, I can't wait to get into the story behind Hair Love. So let's get started and let's get animated. In 2017, Matthew Cherry, a professional football player turned filmmaker, began a Kickstarter campaign for a short animated film called Hair Love. Starting out with a fundraising goal of $75,000, the story surrounding a Black father-daughter duo inspired over $300,000 in donations. According to Kickstarter, that is the most money raised for any short film ever on their platform. As he started the project, Cherry added Everett Downing and Bruce W. Smith to the team as co-directors. Downing is a character animator who has worked on Pixar films like Up and Toy Story 3, among many others. Smith is best known as the creator of the television series The Proud Family, as well as the lead animator for several Disney films, including The Princess and the Frog. Peter Ramsey of Rise of the Guardians and Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse fame, and Pixar animator Frank Abney served as executive producers for the short. The rest of the team came from across the country, working remotely to create the backgrounds, animations, and designs in the film, including 3 animators from the Twin Cities, Mike Owens, Bruce McFarlane, and Courtney DePaula. A few years later, Hair Love released in theaters, showing before the film Angry Birds 2 on August 14, 2019. And it went on to win the 2020 Academy Award for Best Animated Short Film. The story follows Steven, an African-American father, as he attempts to help his adorable daughter Zuri with her hair. However, this is not as simple as it sounds, as Steven soon discovers that Zuri's hair has a mind of its own. This sweet and enchanting pair are so relatable and understandable despite the lack of dialogue, and their love for each other is beautifully expressed through the acting portrayed by the animators. According to Matthew Cherry's website, the film was, quote, born out of seeing a lack of representation in mainstream animated projects, and also wanting to promote hair love amongst young men and women of color, unquote. In his Academy Award acceptance speech, Cherry highlighted the Crown Act, a law that prohibits discrimination based on hairstyle and hair texture. CROWN stands for Creating a Respectful and Open World for Natural Hair, and has been passed in 5 states and is being actively considered in over 20. Hair Love was also adapted by Cherry into a children's book with illustrations by Vashti Harrison. The book is a 6-time New York Times bestseller and is equally stunning. I honestly can't recommend this short film and its accompanying picture book highly enough. The story is endearing and personal and filled with so much heart. It is a beautiful example of Black representation, and we honestly need so much more of it in animation. Hair Love is currently available on Sony Animation's YouTube channel. Definitely go check it out. Thank you for listening to today's very mini episode on Hair Love. Let us do what we can to listen to diverse stories and support the creators who voice them. With so much happening in our own streets and neighborhoods, we at Fanimated will do what we can to continue providing engaging content. but our schedule may not be as consistent as originally planned. I encourage you to listen to Black voices instead, like The Animated Tea and Getting Animated, among others. You can find Fanimated on Instagram and Facebook at Fanimated Podcast. The music is provided by Purple Planet Music, and we look forward to speaking with you soon. In the meantime, stay tuned and stay animated. Bryn just messaged me, and she said that you should also listen to the podcast, The Liturgists. That's Liturgists. She also recommends the Right Project by Jason Reynolds. That's a YouTube series. I would also recommend NPR's Code Switch. That has some really great episodes. All right, talk to you later.